You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
And now a word from our sponsor, the Center for Cyber Health and Hazard Strategies, also known as CHHS. Looking for a graduate degree that will give you an edge on your professional career? Earn a Master of Science in Law at University of Maryland Carey School of Law. This part-time 2-year online graduate degree program is designed for experienced professionals to understand laws and policies that impact your industry. Learn from CHHS faculty who are experts in their field. No GRE required. Learn how you can master the law without a JD at law.umaryland.edu.
Hi, my name is Payal Chakravarty, and I am the head of product for security and risk at Coalition. Growing up, I always thought I would either be a doctor, that's a profession I really respected, or I would be an architect who would be building buildings, combine math and art together, because my interest was really in math, art, and biology. Those were my 3 favorite subjects. When I was in high school, I got intrigued with the evolution of computers. This is back in the late 90s when it was an evolving area. Internet was just coming alive. So I got very intrigued by that. And I was like, okay, this seems like a fun place to tinker and understand and be hands-on and build things. And that's how I got into computer science and chose, it's like I was interested in electronics, and hence I chose an engineering career path. I grew up in India, and I did my undergrad in India. And out of graduation, there were lots of opportunities for joining software companies at that point in time. So there were lots of multinationals, interviewing us. So decided to foray into software and joined a company called IBM in India for a year before I decided to pursue my master's and come to the United States and study computer science here. So I finished up master's, and I actually joined IBM at the Research Triangle Park location. They have a huge campus there. I think we have about 10,000 employees there. So I did an internship at IBM and Microsoft during my master's, and I decided to pick up IBM as I was getting into. I was thrown into this project where we had to work with customers, understand their needs for, they were in the data center. They were basically data center managers, and they had a bunch of siloed tools at that point in time. And what I had to do was kind of study their use cases and stitch together massive amounts of data from different siloed tools and present those use cases in sort of dashboards and analytics. So my first experience was building really scalable, massively performing data marts and dashboards and reports and analysis, encompassing, several use cases and like answering questions like, hey, where should I move my workloads? What kind of capacity does my data center have? This is when the world was going through the physical to virtualization transition. Cloud was still not a thing in the data center, but did many different things at IBM. But one of the projects that I really loved was actually transitioning to the cloud. So I had to take an entire portfolio of software, and they were on-prem software, and move them to the cloud. So this is where I was exposed, hands-on, figuring out what would it take to take a monolith, make it a service-based product, host it on the cloud, create a SaaS experience where users could do full self-service, try, buy. IBM hadn't done that before, literally. And then figure out everything from SLAs to security to what it means to run on the cloud. So that was amazing because I learned so many things, and that made me very intrigued about building products for the cloud. right after that, I joined a little tiny startup called Sysdig. We were 30 people and we were figuring out how to do container monitoring because now we were transitioning. So I went from physical to virtual to cloud, now cloud to containers and microservices. And these workloads were extremely dynamic and transient and at massive scale with massive amount of connections that they're creating. And we had to figure out how to monitor them with all those parameters. So Sysdig had come up with this exciting new technology, leveraging system calls and ePPF to basically do all of these detections. And that's how, so that was my foray into sort of security. And how I landed up in Coalition is I'd been building software for enterprises for the longest time. And enterprises have the power, they have teams and, so investment in software and they have sort of processes, everything to keep their environment secure. So I loved Coalition's mission there. Hey, guys, I got your back. I will be there to take care of your financial liability if you get hacked or you have an incident. But at the same time, I will also provide you incident response. I will provide you help if you do have an incident to mitigate, to recover from it, to negotiate if needed. That's what brought me to where I am today. So 2 or 3 things that I do absolutely value. Number one is, of course, keeping in product management, keeping the user in mind, keeping the customer in mind. What pain point are we trying to solve? Is it an important pain point to solve? Asking that question many times to make sure that we are actually solving for the most important things and the most important pain points for our customers, not jumping to solutions, but understanding the background before we make decisions about what we build. The second thing I would say from a leadership perspective is always trying to create clarity from ambiguity. So making sure that aligning people on that clarity of vision, clarity of where we want to head, and then taking that vision and the clarity that you created and the alignment that you created into an execution machine. And how do you constantly execute, iterate, fail, come back, but ensuring that you have clarity and alignment at all points in time. There does exist biases in this industry. So there have been times when that has been challenged, right? Like I have been, not stating any specific job, but I've been on calls where let's say customer joins and wants to know who's the technical person in the room, and it's often frustrating to say, which part of technology do you want to talk about? Let's talk about it, and we can work through it. So I think that's overcoming bias is always something that we as women leaders have to, I feel, strongly look out for and constantly prove ourselves, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. But I think the way you handle it is you negotiate, you listen, you understand, you ask questions, and you build confidence and trust. And then and that's how you build your credibility and your reputation overall. There's no easy way around it. Follow something that you feel connected with. Don't just do it for joining a cool brand or getting a better salary, or don't do it for those reasons. Follow something where you connect. There's something that really connects you and you feel deeply driven to solve that problem. Focus on the problem. I think once you follow that connection and you figure out a problem that you feel passionate about to solve, you will do whatever it needs to make it successful, and that in terms will make you successful.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.